Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. It is Friday, November the 24th, 2017, episode number 225. And yes, I'm speaking with my inside voice this morning because my house is so filled with people, which is the way it should be after a holiday, that there is not a single room in the house that I can go to besides the bathroom where there's nobody in it, including right there. There's somebody sleeping right there. See that back there? So watch for movement. Maybe they'll move. You never know. But it is a chock full house after this holiday, and what a great day it was. I'm wearing all black today for two reasons. One, it's Black Friday. Duh, right? And two, because I'm mourning that Thanksgiving Day itself is over. But the holiday is not over because there are still family and people around. So I hope that your meal was spectacular. I hope you guys had a wonderful day with your family and things like that. And I hope maybe that right now, as you are watching or listening to the morning routine, that you are in a line somewhere for Black Friday. Which had me thinking this morning that now that these stores are opening at 5 and 6 o'clock on Thanksgiving night, are there really any lines anymore on Black Friday morning? Is that tradition gone by the wayside now since everybody's opening up a day early? And I don't know the answer to that because I've gone out Black Friday shopping one time in my entire life, and I did it for an experience, and I swore I'd never. Did you see something move? This is great. I love this. I thought I saw movement over here. But anyways, I did it one time, and I will never do it again. In fact, the time that I did go out, it was because I was convinced by the person I saw a hand move right there. They're the ones who would convince me to go out years ago. So anyways, but I hope you guys are having a great Black Friday and that your holiday was awesome. So I have a couple things yesterday morning, I'm really trying to be as quiet as I possibly can, I swear. And there's people right on the other side. I apologize. But hey, listen, this is the morning routine capital of the USA right here in this house. So what can we do, right, guys? But listen, so yesterday morning, my father was on the morning routine. If you didn't see it, go back to yesterday, watch yesterday's morning. It'll be on freedomconvo.com morning show. You can see it right there, or just scroll back on YouTube or the podcast or Facebook to yesterday's episode. Either way, but he was on in the morning. And afterwards, I went upstairs and we were talking, and it was observed that he didn't smile. And so I went back and I watched the episode. It was true. He didn't smile a single time. He was still half asleep yesterday morning when he was on. And you have to know, for people who do not know my father, and they watched yesterday's episode and they saw him on there for several minutes, and he basically was like this the whole time, just very solemn, right? He is a happy guy that smiles all the time and laughs like no tomorrow. So, in case you made a judgment of how can Freedom be as weird as he is and his dad be so serious, he's as goofy as I am. Don't be confused. So anyway, so I just want to clarify that. And anyways, I thought maybe he'd make another appearance this morning, but I think he's still sleeping on the turkey tryptophan. So what can you say? But yesterday we tried something new, by the way. We normally here in our house, when we host a holiday, we have Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever the holiday is, dinner at 1 o'clock. It's just been something we've always done. You have it early, a little late lunch, and you get filled up, and then dinner time rolls around. You start bringing out everything, have another meal. Yesterday, we did a 3 o'clock dinner time. And I got to tell you, I asked afterwards when everything was done, and everybody seemed to like a 3 o'clock start. My question is, what time do you guys start your holiday dinners? What is the normal start time for most people out there? I'm just curious because I guess I've never asked anybody that. So I just know what we do here. But what time do you guys normally start your holiday dinners, and what time do you like? I'm just curious. So just put it in the notes here as we go because I'm just curious. So, but and we had a close call. We had all the food out, and I'm talking about food as far as the eye could see, everywhere. We started walking through. Now we set it up all buffet style because there's just not enough room on the tables to get everything. And everybody starts walking. At the last moment, somebody made the observation that we forgot the cranberry sauce. Can you imagine, after all the conversation for the last month on cranberry sauce, and we have 3 different kinds of cranberry sauce, we almost forgot it. It was a close call, but we did remember it, and we brought it out. And in honor of remembering the cranberry sauce, we did not get in any political conversation trouble yesterday. A couple grenades were tossed, but I'm telling you, I think everybody was on high alert after me calling it on yesterday's morning routine and knowing that I was coming. And it was an unscathed day of political conversation at the table. So it was all in all, it was a fantastic day, and I hope yours was as well. So I do have some stories for you today. They're very simple, and just going to blow right through them and share some stuff with you. Two techie ones, one a little bit of history stuff. So the first techie one I want to share with you, because this has to do with a lot of different things. We've talked about this stuff. We've talked about electric automobiles and things like that. This, I don't think that people realize what's going on out there, because if you don't work in a business that has to do with trucking, over the road hauling, why would you ever even think about it? Except for that they bother you when you're driving on the highway. Like, that's to everybody, it's a nuisance. Unless you're in a business like I am of selling produce and it needs to be carried across the country and you realize what's going on. Here's this article. Elon Musk from Tesla, we all know who he is, right, has released his biggest gizmo yet, which is a fully electric semi-truck. The semi can go a whopping 500 miles between charges, which is not that far, but it is 500 miles, hauling 80,000 pounds along the way. And it can kind of drive itself on highways. This is the part that can be a game changer in what's ahead, guys. The truck comes with an enhanced autopilot, the second generation of Tesla's semi-autonomous technology equipped with automatic braking, lane keeping, and lane departure warnings. About 4,000 Americans die in truck-related collisions every year, and human error is responsible for many of them. Self-driving trucks will certainly change lives. Now, why do I want to share this? Listen to this part here, okay? Trucking jobs. Think about who wants to be a truck driver. Trucking jobs are solid middle-class jobs. The median annual wage for delivery and heavy truck drivers is $34,700, which is 11% higher than the country's median wage right now. So it does pay a little bit more. But when you think about right now that we have an unemployment of, just over 4%, if you were looking for jobs, right, where would driving a truck and being away from your family weeks on end be? It would be very, very low. And if there's a lot of jobs out there, because unemployment's so low, you would choose almost anything else but that. What that means right now, and I think, is it in here? Actually, it does. There are numbers in here. Right now in 2017, there is a 50,000 driver shortage in the country. I know this is, we hire trucks to haul produce, that trucks are very, very hard to hire. And the prices for trucks are going higher and higher and higher, which impacts everything that you buy at the store. So this article can be important, because if there are autonomous trucks, that could be a huge solution, because if you don't need a driver, then you can have a lot more trucks on the road. The only scary part is that they're autonomous and that there is nobody driving the truck, which still sounds really freaky as we try to adopt this new way of thinking. So there is a lot of stats, a lot of great information in this article. They quote Truck Driver Magazine, a lot of good stuff. So if you're in a business where you have to deal with trucks, or you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you go read this article in entirety. I would tell you, anybody that's in my line of work would want to read this article, because it's ahead of its time. So might as well stay ahead of the curve. So next story I have is really kind of cool. I would live here anytime, any day. Bill Gates is investing $80 million to build a smart city in Arizona. Sounds kind of cool, $80 million into a planned smart city based outside of Phoenix, Arizona. He bought a stake at a 24,000-acre development in Belmont. The plan is for 80,000 homes to be built, with 3,800 acres reserved for industrial, office, and retail space, so working environments, 3,400 acres of open space, so parks and things like that, 470 acres dedicated for public schools. The smart city will be designed to feature high-speed networks, data centers, autonomous cars and vehicles, new manufacturing technologies, automated logistic hubs. They'll have modern technology like self-driving cars, smart streetlights, which we shared in the morning routine about smart streetlights, public Wi-Fi. What they're thinking is, by building these smart cities, it's a perfect place to try and test the brand new smart technologies that can change the world at whole. It's hard to test them when you just have like a fake street and you have fake pedestrians. If you have an entire city, you can test it in real life situations. I would totally live here. Like, how fun would that to be part of breaking technology and be part of the testing and just the creativity that could come out of it by seeing it, and how would it change the ways that you do the things that you do for your job, right? I mean, oh man, I would so be there. Maybe I should build a smart something. I don't know. What could I do? Smart house? My house isn't that smart. I don't know. What can I do? What can we do? Be part of this? I don't know. It's frustrating when I just want to be part of it, right? So I don't know. But hey, smart city, Bill Gates moved to Arizona. I think there's another one in Canada as well being built up there near Quebec. It's pretty popular concept now around the world where people companies are building these things. So those are our two techie stories. A little history story. Not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I never heard of this before. Dance halls where men could show up and dance with women for 10 cents a song were a hot ticket in cities like Chicago and New York in the late 20s and early 30s. I never heard of that. Have you ever heard of that before? Like, you could actually a guy could go to a dance hall, pay 10 cents to have a dance with a young lady. And that's it. Just a dance. It wasn't anything. I'm sure there were seedy places, but that was it. You just go in and pay your 10 cents, have a dance, and have fun, and move on. In 1931, there were at least 100 so-called taxi dance halls in New York alone, visited by as many as 50,000 men each week. That's how popular they were. They were called taxi dance halls. This article is about the lingo and words that have come out of this thing that was around for a while. Taxi dance halls are sometimes referred to as closed dance halls, thanks to their origin where they were closed to female customers, or dance academies. Interesting, right? The taxi dancers themselves were known as nickel hopper, which was a reference to the 5 cents they would make on a profit on a 10-cent dance, because they would dance in a hall. The hall made 5 cents for the ticket. The dancer made a nickel. So they were called nickel hoppers. Kind of cool, right? So if you want to call somebody by a name today and you want to, but you don't want to call them, a bad word, call them a nickel hopper. And they'd be like, what? And you'd be like, don't worry about it. You could actually do that, right? An easy mark for dance. This is cool. An easy mark for a dance hall ticket buying or exploitation might be referred to as a fruit. So this is a person that the ladies who were charging for dances, they would see somebody that kind of looked like, oh, that's a mark. Let's go get them. And I know we'll be able to sell them tickets or that guy tickets. That would be called a fruit. A great deal of taxi dance hall slang recorded by this author has to do with race. Some of the halls were segregated, while others were called black and tans. Interesting, right? Let's see. A novice taxi driver was known, which is a dancer, right? One of the dancing ladies. A novice taxi dancer was known as a punk. Wait. Hang on. Wait. I was doing novice as punk or play. No, excuse me. As a term for explain. No, a taxi dancer, the person that they exploited and got them to buy tickets, was known as a punk, and they were being played. Those are where the history of some of those words came from, was from this taxi dance hall thing. Kind of cool. I don't know. I thought there was a neat little history thing of something I never heard before. So just wanted to share with you. And on we go. Let's go see what trended. Yesterday on Thanksgiving Day, the top 10 things most searched on Google were, can we guess any of them? Number 1 was Walmart. Seriously. Number 1 was Walmart. Walmart customers are furious after the retailer ran out of Black Friday something. How could you be furious? They know that they're short-lived stuff. I don't get it. Anyways, number 2 was NFL scores. Number 3 was Best Buy. Number 4 was Dallas Cowboys. Number 5 was GameStop, the store. Number 6, GameStop Black Friday. GameStop must have had something serious going on. They've gone there 2 times. Number 7, green bean casserole. Number 7. So does that mean that it's one of the most popular dishes that people don't know how to make and they had to Google it to figure out how to make it? Interesting question. Number 8 was JCPenney Black Friday 2017. Number 9, what temp to cook turkey? I was one of those. I can guarantee that was Googled in my house probably by 4 different people yesterday. So that helped with the ranking. I'm surprised that's not number 1. Number 10, mashed potato recipe? Seriously? Like boil, mash. Where's it's not that hard. Anyways, that was trending, the top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. Trending news for today, top of the list, Oscar Pistorius can now rest in peace. Oscar stands for, Riva Steenkamp, which was the young lady who Oscar Pistorius had murdered, can now rest in peace. They say he must have been convicted. I don't know the rest of the story. Next, Texas Department of Public Safety. Texas authorities catch suspect in fatal shooting of state trooper. Then we have Michael Flynn. Flynn moving to cooperate with Mueller in Russia probe. Then we have St. John, Indiana. Indiana teacher busted after being caught on camera doing drugs in classroom. You know, I've heard some dumb things in my life. That one ranks right along the top of them. Then we have Papua New Guinea. Police return to evict asylum seekers from Australian-run camp. Then we have Philadelphia. Woman raises $160,000 for homeless man who helped her. That's a pretty cool story. That's a must read. You got to look that one up. Then we have Brookshire, Texas. Texas woman charged with mailing explosives to Obama and Texas governor. Then we have Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman posted a chilling message to Harvey Weinstein on Instagram for Thanksgiving. The last one. I shared this conversation yesterday, and I got some people fired up on this. But this is a reality. We've shared this on the morning routine before. People are aware of this. The FCC chair talks plan to dismantle Obama net neutrality rules. We keep talking about that, right? Net neutrality is that thing where right now your internet provider cannot determine what comes to you and how fast it comes. They have to leave it open to everything. Net neutrality, if they take that away, they can actually block things or slow things down at will to get you to go to other things that they want you to go to. So that's a big deal. But that's the trending news for today, guys. Let's move on. Let's get ourselves a passage of wisdom this morning. Today's passage of wisdom, I actually chose this passage thinking about Black Friday. And I was thinking about how, as most of the time, the things on Black Friday that go on have to do with our children, what we want to get things for them. Sometimes it's for us as well, or, things like that. And I was thinking about, what is it that we teach? What is it that we're teaching ourselves and the people around us when we go and stand in line, for 8, 10, 12 hours, miss Thanksgiving. People actually will miss Thanksgiving dinner so they can stand in the line to be the first to get a doorbuster. And I understand the part of limited resources. I get that part, okay? So, and I'm not discounting that if there's no other way to get something and whatever, I get that. But I just want us to be careful that during the holidays we don't lose focus. This passage that I chose has to do with that, was what I was thinking about when I picked this. So today's passage is a proverb. It is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Very simple. Above all else. So this is above all else, right? Everything's there. Above everything else. Guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. Very simple. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Why was I thinking about this passage when it comes to Black Friday? I think that sometimes our hopes and our dreams, and we can teach that hopes and dreams can be built on things that we can get. And I think that we can really get confused for ourselves. And when we confuse ourselves, we confuse the people that are around us, whether it's our kids or whatever it is. Now, like I told you, I have been out Black Friday shopping one time in my life. I just didn't like the crowds. That's the reason why I didn't go. It wasn't because I didn't want to send the wrong message. So I get it, and it's a fun activity and things like that. All I'm saying is that I think that we need to be careful in what we do to make sure that not only we are watching for our own hearts, but we're watching for the hearts around us as well. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So I hope it makes sense of what I was trying to say there. But anyways, let's pray. Let's get this day started. Father, good morning. Father, today I thank you for this Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. Looking back, I just want to give thanks for the wonderful day yesterday that so many of us got to experience. The relationships, the memories, the stories, the things that happened that we're going to talk about from years to come. I'm laughing right now just thinking of some of those things. Oh my gosh. I'm so thankful, and we are so blessed to have those things in our life. Thank you for the safety that you've given us and everybody as we've traveled for holidays, and as people are still on the road and out of town today. Be with us today as we have more conversation, more times together, and as there's traveling going on, that safety continues, that everybody can get home safely after experiencing such a great day. Father, I still continue to pray today for the people who did not get to be part of a great family experience yesterday. We talk about this often as we are all part of your family and how much you love us and how much you're there for us. But I understand sometimes we just need somebody's arm around us and for them to look us in the eye and tell us how much they love us and care about us. Father, the people who were not part of a great day yesterday with family, love on them today as they're thinking about yesterday and what they missed out on and what they wish that they had. Put somebody in their life. Let us be your hands and feet, and somebody come into their life and make sure that they are known and that they know how much they are cared for and loved in a physical, personal, in-person kind of way. We thank you for the stories that you've given us. We thank you for all the blessings that you've put into our world. Be with us today. We love you so much, and we thank you for the love and grace that you have given us and the forgiveness that you have given us, that we can live our life in today feeling untethered by guilt or things like that. Help us to do the same for the people that are around us. We love you so much. Amen. And that, my friends, is a magnificent wrap to yet another morning routine, a Black Friday. This is the first Black Friday morning routine. So look at that. I think we are coming up. When's our anniversary? Our anniversary is January 16th. So we are less than 2 months away from our year anniversary of the morning routine. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a feedback on the podcast if you're a podcast listener, because that actually helps other people find it. Same thing on YouTube and Facebook. Podcast is even more because it's like out of sight, out of mind, you know? So, but I thank everybody for being part of this great experience every morning. Have fun today. Be safe. I love you guys so much. And today, don't forget to be exactly who you are meant to be. Have a great day. I'll see you on Monday morning.